Let's work on an 07. I think this is an 07. Got a battery for it. Let's put a battery in and check the air filter, which I bet it's just like the rest, you know, all falling apart and stuff. I already showed you. Yep. Same condition. Good thing I got 3 of them coming. Anyway, they have not arrived. They'll be here next week. But anywho, I do have oil change now. So I can do an oil change to all of these old rigs. And yeah, we're going to have this off, I'm sure. Let me get this battery put in. And then we'll move right along. I don't think this one's going to be too terribly bad. Shouldn't have said that. Nope, not at all. All right, got the battery, and that was actually kind of a challenge. And anyway, battery's in. Move my light. I see. Yep. Excuse me. Now, this one's actually almost out of fuel, so maybe I can mix some fresh fuel in there. Let's do that first. Excuse me. About a half a gallon of fresh fuel. Spill most of it though. That's the important thing. What we got? Can I see it? Not really. Let's mix it up. Okay. Fuel on. Just for good measure, I'm going to give it a... Anybody home? Let's look underneath it, see if there's any fuel dripping. A little bit. Lights work. Does the winch work? Winch has a short, so I have to look into that. Yeah, it dims the battery something fierce. So I'll have to look at that. Neutral. I don't have a neutral light. Auto. I already took off the air filter too. That's sitting here idling. This one might not need a whole lot. Crap. Dude, it's just sitting here idling. That's awesome. I am seriously impressed. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be. It's a Honda. Okay, well, let me see if I go get stuck on the trail. Yep. Okay. So we do have some issues. This lighting is all right, huh? But going into gear, got some adjusting to do. There should be some linkages in there that I can tighten or loosen or adjust. And main jet is clogged. And no independent rear or front brakes. We have both, which is a 60-40, I think. So we got some work to do to it. So we know we got to tear the carburetor apart. We got to adjust the shift linkage. We got to work on some brakes. So let's see what I find out. All right, it's been idling for about 5 minutes or so. I've kind of turned it down a little. It seems it's still a little high, but let's try this. Not idle rolling. Still a little higher. There we go. Put in neutral, see how it sounds. Wide open. Sweet. I'll take it. Not bad. Now time to go see what's going to fall apart on it. It ran good enough. I even gave it its first wash in several years, 10 years, however many years. Man, sprayed off anyway. A little bit of degreaser and sprayed off. But I will say, no joke. We'll see once we pull it off. But now I got to just bleed the rear brake system, the foot brake here, and get that operating again because it's not. And do an oil change and radiator flush. So I'm going to let this one cool off. And now for my next trick, a shifter cable, because this one likes to grind. It's a couple days later. I went down to the 2.4 hours of La Mullets down at the Freedom Factory in Bradenton, Florida. And man, that's a show. If you haven't been, get your tickets. It is an awesome event. Got to talk to Derek, got to talk to Matt. That's Vice Grip Garage and Demo Ranch, Matt Carricker. So awesome people, fantastic. It's just, I love it whenever folks that are that big are still way down to earth. Anyway, hopefully this is the last thing I got to do to this poor thing. And it's a shift cable, so it's going to be kind of aggravating. You got to undo it from the Heim joint up front and the Heim joint down at the bottom, and then the joy of adjusting. I also took the liberty of completely removing the tank in hopes of getting the sending unit to work again. I cleaned this off really good. Hopefully that'll start working on the dash here. And I cleaned the heck out of the tank. So maybe we won't have any more idling problems out of this bike once we are done with this, and shifting will be okay. Let me get to it, trying to make it short. Here we go. Let's see if we can get all three of these done today. Out the door. I still got to change the oil in this one, but whatever. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of a bear. Here's the old one. Let's see how we did. I just cleaned the fuel tank, put some fuel in it. Haven't put the sending unit back in it yet. See if we should. I gotta bleed that brake out. First. Yep. No grinding. No grind. No grind. I think we won that battle. I think we won it. Now, idling pretty dang good too. A little low. I can adjust on that. Let me reassemble this sucker and go for a test drive, see how I actually did. Give me a few minutes. Alright, so I'm going to be real. I don't remember where we left off with on this. It's been a few days. The green quad, you know, the one that was running good, well, the carburetor decided to take a crap on me before my buddy came to pick it up, so thankfully for that. It just started pouring the fuel out of it. The needle, the seat and the needle wasn't jiving together. Put a new needle in it for the float. Still poured the fuel. The carburetor's just slick, wore out. So there's that. So we got hopped on Amazon there and had one here the very next day. Surprisingly, it did good though. But I tried robbing some parts from this four-wheeler to that one because this one needs some more stuff, like a rear brake master cylinder, because it decided to lock up while I was test riding it. Mind you, it's always good whenever something that you're working on, especially for somebody else, go out, ride it, make sure that it's going to be okay. And if it breaks on you, it's better than it breaking on them. Just shows the little gremlins, okay? So right now I'm going to return the parts that I stole from this quad back to it. And I'm waiting on a rear brake master cylinder, so hopefully that'll show up here in the next soon to none time. Soon to none, that makes no sense, but hey, whatever. Nothing makes sense anymore. I gotta assemble this whole thing, because if it doesn't show up tonight, we ordered another one that's supposed to be overnighted. So it'll be here at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Oh, hey, I got a hat. Tree Row Rescue, yep, TRR. Check it out. I'm gonna assemble this real quick and see what happens. So, in the meantime, I'm changing oil. All you gotta do to change the oil on these, you need a 17mm socket, you need a 12mm socket on your extension. The oil filter is on the right-hand side, and your fill is on the left-hand side and behind a piece of plastic. You'll find it. It's easy to do. And what am I using? What Honda recommends. 1040 GN4. Don't know if you can read that or not. Focus right there. See, look at that, better kind of focus. Anyway, it's that simple. The oil filter is on the side of the bike. So what's it going to do? It's going to spill oil all over everything else that's underneath it. So that's going to be cool, but it's not going to be a whole lot. So not a lot of cleanup, but still going to be some cleanup. The deadline is nigh. Okay? I say that because they want these done before Thanksgiving. And it's Wednesday. You know, Thanksgiving's on Thursdays. So Thanksgiving's tomorrow. But after this and the brake master cylinder, this one should be ready to pick up. Get your drain pan where all the oil is going to be. So, you know, it's times like this, I wish I had an adultier adult. But no, my wife isn't here. I'm putting the drain plug back in just so I don't forget it. I'm saying I've forgot a time or two. Put the drain plug back in, put new oil in it. That oil didn't stay in there long. But, you know, you live and learn. I was a little younger then. All right, 1mm on a socket. The oil filter's up here. Yep, pouring oil all over the place. So you got a spring, and you got this itty bitty baby oil filter. Isn't it cute? Yep. Garbage. This will help hold everything together, because the seals on a fresh oil filter will actually hold everything together, unlike what I just took out of there. That's one way you can tell if you actually do have a fresh oil change or not. If you pull this out and it just falls off, guess what? You got got. Or they just didn't change your oil filter. You might have got a fresh oil change, but they let the oil filter out of it. You know, I got in such a hurry, I forgot to record. Anyway, we got rear brakes again. Part came in, and I just went and rode the dickens out of it. I can tell you what, this bike in particular, you know, the black one, I just turned the key on. It's definitely been rode hard and put up wet. It seems a little bound in compression compared to the other two, but I mean, it still runs. You're at a little bit of a gallop. I was gonna rev out. Calm down. There you go. Yeah, gallop. It's been beat up. But anyway, this one, that means I got all three of them done before Thanksgiving. Because this one's ready to go. I just talked to the owner. He's going to be here to pick it up here in the next little while. I'm glad I can help him out. They asked, this is loud, let me turn this off. Basically, they asked about 3 weeks ago if I could have these 3 quads done before Thanksgiving because they're going to take them to the Everglades. Take them to the Everglades and have a good time with them, with the family. And I said, you know what? Yep, I should be able to do that. And it was parts that held me up that made me come right up to the line. But, I mean, what do you do, right? You work a full-time job, you come home at night, you work in your garage, get some projects done, right? Especially for friends and people that need help. That's what Tree Row is about, helping folks out. But we got them done, all right? We got them done. And you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know this is coming out after Thanksgiving, but I hope you had a great one. Enjoy time with your family because it's moments that you'll never get back. You guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the things. And merch is coming up, so don't forget about that. Hats, koozies, sweatshirts. I'll show you one of those in the next video. It's a process setting up a store, and I'm sorry, but I'll get them out there because some of you guys are asking for this stuff, and I appreciate you. But it'll be ready here soon. See ya.